Man, let me get my day ones on the phone.
Hello.
Hey, yo, bro, these my days. It's time to get to work.
Like
Four flats and Cadillacs. Hey, Bush, I need you to bring that energy, my day. Love on you like a sidekick. Conrad, it's time to give the people what they want.
Oh, brothers. They're my day ones.
These my day ones.
We're back after a short break.
Yeah, we're back. Welcome back. We just had to take a short break real quick. But as you were talking about, an example of showing mercy, right? Or was it grace?
It was both. But mercy, yeah.
Both. What's weird about those situations, and maybe you might feel the same way too, when you get broken by somebody or whatever, at the end of the day, you still don't wish bad upon them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you still hope they doing okay. You still hope they made it. You still hope that, they in good health and they thrive.
Right, because you was attached to them. And, what I'm saying, forever how long the duration was, y'all grew a bond.
Yeah.
Or grew a relationship with what you was into and everything like that. It's just unfortunate that, it took a left turn or things was just abruptly cut off, whatnot. So you're going to have bitterness. Mm-hmm. I'm just speaking from experience. You're gonna have bitterness about it and whatnot, and don't. I can sit there and tell a lie, but I kind of wish a boulder smashed over.
The hardest part is
accepting. What I'm saying? But I don't wish death on them. That's just that's crazy thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we're all, we're a child of God, and God wouldn't want us to think that way towards our, our neighbor, our, colleague, whatever you call it now, whatever the situation is. Brother. But you want the Lord to bless you, at the end of the day. Like the Bible says, turn the other cheek, whatever, If he was, if he was done wrong, whatever like that,
both my cheeks is
red. So, but at the end of the day, you're going to get tired of getting slapped.
Yeah.
Just
being,
humanly honest, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
but then we also, this is what humbles me. We not perfect. We did somebody dirty, or we done left somebody. Even if it was even if it was unintentional.
Yeah.
Even if it was not subtle, or they may have did us, whatever. We all at some point have.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't mean to cut you off. So,
good.
Does the loyalty still runs the same if you're in a situation where somebody does you wrong, and somebody does you wrong? Does that automatically make me not like that person?
See, that's the problem. That's the problem in culture, because that's. I told my mom one time, we was having a conversation, and they had an issue. As an adult, they had an issue with another adult, and I was like, as a kid, I was like, don't tell me that, because my perception of them now is your perception.
Yeah.
So now I have an issue with that person, and they haven't done me like. There's been times I have people that have been in our circle, not necessarily in our circle directly, but people that my family have dealt with, that's had an issue with my sister or my brother or my mom or with my dad, but treat me with the most just genuine, kind heart. And I'm like, but a part of me is like, for our work instance, that's my brother, that's my mom, that's my sister. So if you treating them disrespectfully, it's not okay with me. Now, I'm not going to be disrespectful to you. I'm not going to mistreat you, but you're not going to get that energy from me. Like, it's cool. So it's just, it's hard, because you really, we shouldn't move that way, but it also depends on the severity of the situation. You feel me? If no disrespect to nobody, but if I'm dealing with somebody, say like my cousin dating somebody, and he cheat on her, but me and him was cool, I don't have loyalty to you. My loyalty is to my cousin. Mm-hmm. So if my cousin start fooling with you, I stop fooling with you. We might have been boys before, but you broke that bond, you severed that tie to begin with. So now I gotta reevaluate where we stand, because now you don't even have enough respect for me to, or even her, to do things the right way.
Yeah.
So that goes in relationships in general. It just depends on the severity of the matter. People unfortunately let us down all the time, and we jump on people's back. Oh, he did you foul? Bet he on my list now when I see him. Mm-hmm. That's not my battle to fight. We really neither one of us should be fighting that battle, but
if it was just plain disrespectful,
it just depends on what it is. Because that go back to where my flesh is like, we on site, bro.
Oh yeah, for fact.
We on site. It depends on the severity of it. I'm just being humble and transparent. That's just in me, but that's that that gray area where it gets scary. But then also too, is just what is it triggering you? You know, like I go back to what we were talking about when somebody does you foul and you shut down, you check out emotionally, mentally. You like, I'm not fooling nobody, I'm not letting nobody in. So now you see that happening with somebody else or something going on. Now you triggered, so now you feel some type of way about something that ain't your battle to fight, but you carrying the weight of that because you ain't healed from what your situation.
Yeah, right.
So it's just like it's all case by case, scenario by scenario, situation, person by person. Everybody moves differently. Some people hold on to stuff for a couple of weeks, couple months. Some people a couple hours. They like, skip you. You're dead to me. It's unfortunate, but it's just the way we move. But I was gonna say this earlier when you was talking about that. Earlier was one of the hardest things of realizing is that everybody that comes into your life is not meant to stay there. People are seasonal.
Yeah.
People are seasonal. And somebody said that, I think Pastor said it last week or something, or somebody said it, but sometimes the people you need you more in that season.
Oh yeah, Pastor definitely said that from the from the movie.
In that season. So you may think this person is perfect, they're great, we in love, we happy, we moving forward, or this relationship is cool, my best friend, he got my back, but it's only for that season. And that bond may be broken. However it looks like, whatever happens, whatever severs it, it was only meant for that season. For you to get what you need to get out of it, or for you to be what God needed you to be for them in that moment. They needed to be shown that unconditional love. We always see them TikToks, oh, that person came in your life to show you not to love, and you came in their life to show them unconditional love, and blah, blah. That's, to an extent, it's accurate. Certain people come in our lives for certain purposes, and vice versa. And sometimes we learn a harder lesson than they do because we're normally ones that get them hurt.
Yeah.
So it's just it's perception on how you start to understand these things when they happen, and how you choose to look at them. Because some people have a victim mentality, woe is me mentality. Why is this happening to me? It always happens to me. Blah blah. And it might. You need to reevaluate the people you keep attracting or the people you keep allowing into your space.
Yeah.
So, because I said that to somebody, I said, well, I feel like I keep attracting crazy girls.
It's time for a water break. Loyalty. You said it.
And right,
I'm drinking my water.
Yeah, you said it.
I said it. Don't get me wrong. And it was crazy before they got to me. Anyways. Look out this way, sir. Sir, I seen that side eye. Don't swipe now. Don't swipe. Nope.
I seen something on Temu.
Come Ray.
Oh boy.
You got anything to add to, you know?
No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want no problem.
What's the question?
I don't know, anything on your mind, on your heart with regards
To what we talking about right
Yeah,
now?
loyalty, relationships, love.
I mean, I'll go back. See, now we stepping into that heart realm again. So I'll say, like, situation like you, very similar to actually both of y'all. Gave up everything in this particular situation. Committed to the family, committed to the situation, but had to deal with myself in dealing with that pain. Because I have this thing where you could hurt me right now, something just switch in me. Cut it off. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much I love you, but I'm going to hold that. I might not show it, but I'm going to hold it. Now, telltale sign, and I hate saying it on camera. Once you see my face start doing some stuff, I didn't reach the point where I don't care no more. I done bit that bullet. I done held it. I done did all kind of stuff. Now I don't care. Let's shoot. Let's go. But in a relationship sense, I'll go to my ex. Committed years. There was a lot of love that I put into that. Then I had to switch over and realize love, loyalty, or you just been stupid right now. You understand what I'm saying? People make their decisions. I wish no ill will. Everything is solid now. But I done lost my train of thought because y'all done got me up here.
That's all right.
Pour it out. Pour it out. There we go.
But, you learn to grow, figure out mercy and grace and the difference in that. Because there's a lot of times I was thinking I'm giving grace, but I was really giving mercy. Meaning, I should have called some stuff out. But I held that. And then you keep holding on to stuff. That was an issue. So, moving forward to current day situation, well, I said loyalty. The people that are in my life, I believe they're loyal to me because of my character, who I am. What they know, what I stand for, and what I believe. The love comes through that, right? I had the problem. I love and give my whole heart before I even know you.
Yeah.
You understand? Because I'm like, oh, no, you good. We solid.
Right.
So, then you show me, then all right, check mark.
People show you who they are.
And a good person, your sister actually, she told me when somebody show you who they are, believe them. You understand? Now, here's the crazy part about that. It's not selective. That's with everybody. Especially somebody that you say, oh, I love you. But you keep showing. See, about to start cursing. But you got to believe them.
Yeah.
So that's what I add. Ain't nothing too deep. I just put it out there. We all on the same track.
I want to piggyback off something you said.
Don't do it because you're going to make me cry.
No. It's not going to do that. But
I had to bring my shades today.
no,
Because he asked that question. I have to summarize a lot of stuff real quick before I go.
Might want to open up the blinds then a little bit less.
Because I'm like you. I meet people in random situations. I'll be at a store. That's why I laughed at your situation.
Yeah.
Gas station. I meet people organically.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to you. But that situation at that time, that text message come through, it's 15 minutes. I just, what you You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just being genuine.
Genuine with somebody. So, all right, let me get back to the house. The family. You start like,
Somebody waiting on
It's
ice
like when
at
Kevin
home.
Hart said we can't do nothing because it look like we lying. No matter what we do. What you doing? I'm playing ping pong.
right.
Who you playing ping pong with? But yeah, no. The piggyback you said something about, and you said this earlier too.
Yeah.
But love and loyalty. So no disrespect to nobody, but I was in a relationship for many years. That individual said they loved me. I believe that, but they weren't loyal to me or the relationship. They loved me. They enjoyed being with me. I'm not gonna say it was convenient or whatever, but they loved what I brought to the relationship and what I did. But when it trickled down to it, they weren't loyal to the relationship. And that's a big difference, especially when we're talking about relationships. We're all grown, so we date to marry. You're married, of course. So we date to marry. So if we're dating to marry, the relationship at some point needs to be a priority.
Yeah.
Should be, at least, where your loyalty lies. But if you're prioritizing everything else over, and I'm not saying career is one thing, if there's kids involved, I get there's certain aspects that are a priority. But if you're going to love me and be with me, that comes with being loyal to the relationship. When I'm with you, I make plans for us. Because my mental is we're building together, we're working together. If we're in a relationship and you're making plans on your own about what you're going to do, in my mind, we're not building together anymore. That's just me. So your loyalty is to you.
Yeah.
And I get some people are hurt. They've been through things, so they're like, oh, I got to look out for me. I get that. I get it to an extent.
To an extent.
But if you're in a relationship with me, we've been doing this for years, at some point, you and I got to become us. Otherwise, we'll never truly elevate to the next level of our relationship because it'll always be an individual thing. Relationship is a unit. It doesn't work if there's two individuals in a relationship rather than one unit.
Yeah.
So when you said that, that hit.
I'm going to listen. You know who I'm pointing at.
I'm gonna let that marinate right there.
Marinate.
Let's get ready for that phone call. So you was talking about?
Oh,
So you want to get on the podcast? All right.
Now you want to say something?
And you know what's crazy, right? Because I feel like he was talking directly to me.
oh, that's because I was looking at you. Sorry.
Yeah,
Don't take the pressure.
but not because it's I'm thinking about as you are talking and the opportunities that I have even in my relationship, right? Of trying to make sure everything is unified and it's not only just about, well, not everything. Let me backtrack, but making sure that the relationship is a priority. There will be some times where you got to make sure that you're okay, but then also making sure that there's not a question that the relationship is a priority. And then so I will speak wholeheartedly for myself that there are some times where I'll prioritize myself over the relationship as far as making sure that the relationships, have I done enough to make sure that the relationship feels like a priority to both sides? And I'd be like, as you're talking, I'm like, yeah, maybe I've been focusing on me and not enough on us.
It happens.
You know?
It happens. And the thing about it is we subconsciously don't realize is sometimes we do it just like that subconsciously.
Yeah.
We go through things through our life, whether it's relationships, whether it's childhood, whatever we go through. These things form us. We have events that take place in our life that changes us, our perspective. So they form who we are to the point where we subconsciously will prioritize ourselves in situations because it's a protective mechanism. And sometimes we're not in an emotional state to admit it. Like, oh, I'm doing this for me. No, I'm doing what I got to do for us.
Are you really?
Are you though? Are you doing it for you? You got a fallback plan. You got a backup plan. Or are you really? I have to do this because then I feel validated. So if I feel validated for me, then I'm validated for you. No, it doesn't work like that all the time. But again, sometimes it's subconscious. Like it's truly there's something that happened in the back of our mind at some point. Like when we talked about trauma. Trauma is when you experience something at an age and you keep growing up, but that trauma stays at that age. So when something happened when you were 12, you didn't grow up. You grew up physically, mentally, not mentally, physically, but emotionally, you stayed 12 in that area. So when that's triggered, you turn into a 12-year-old again and you react like a 12-year-old. So we put up these protective walls because of trauma, and some of us didn't recognize it as trauma or whatever we went through, and we protect ourselves.
Yeah.
So then you have those people who don't trust and don't have loyalty because they're like, why should I? Nobody's been loyal to me. Well, have you really given somebody a chance to be loyal to you because you've been hurt so many times? Because you have those people that are they don't trust nobody. They don't let you in because they've been done so many wrong by family, loved ones, the closest to it, that they're like, I don't trust anybody. So they never really get to experience the wonderful feelings of love and loyalty because they don't allow people in. And that's just as detrimental as allowing somebody in and them letting you down.
Yeah.
So, and I always expect people to be people. People are going to be people.
Well, people will let you down regardless.
Yes,
that is human nature.
We do
We're
it.
human. It's
and
gonna happen.
Sometimes we do it, don't even know. So, and I always tell people all the time. And this is, you can take it how you want to, but no expectations, no disappointments. Stop putting unrealistic expectations on people.
Okay.
Unrealistic. And not only that,
I like the fact that you use unrealistic.
and not only that, when you put expectations on people, you need to communicate those expectations. Like if me and my lady going out of town and I have expectations for that trip, I need to communicate that with like, hey, babe, when we go, I really would like to do this. I hope we have time to have this, do this, rather than thinking she's just going to read my mind and do it off top.
Yeah.
And then she don't do nothing the whole weekend and you like, man, she let me down. How? She can't read your mind. She didn't know what you wanted.
She's supposed to read your mind.
That's what they say about us. We're supposed to read theirs. There's certain things that, again, communication is so key in relationships, and whether it's
I have to tell another shit. I want it.
This podcast dangerous right now. You taking me back.
I'm just saying, just keeping it real.
Because it's an unrealistic expectation. Okay.
Yeah.
You in a relationship. Y'all
Okay.
cool, right?
Yeah.
We going out of town.
Okay.
Let's go back into our teenage, 20 year, whatever, right?
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
We out of town. You get the room. You get everything set up. Everything looking.
Damn, you had money back then?
Listen, but you asking
Hey,
wrong
brother,
questions.
I stay hustling.
Listen, blink twice if you can't ask the questions.
You the
Is
man.
it unrealistic to have some expectations?
No,
now
it's not
you define
no,
that expectation
that's
once
not-
you hit that bedroom door.
That's not unrealistic. But there's also a foundation of where y'all like. Do y'all have that type of relationship already, where you kind of like y'all move like that in a sense?
So I would say this: is it wrong? You get to wherever y'all at, and she go, "I'm a born again virgin." Why didn't we have this conversation?
Yeah, that's something you talk about when we first start talking. That's something we talk about within the first couple of weeks. Yeah, that's
So why you sitting up here at
But
this?
then I have to ask, what is that?
you're celibate. Just say you're celibate. Don't
Yeah,
say you're a
right.
born again virgin. That's not real. Anyways, but yeah, I get it.
I'm glad we bought 2 separate beds.
No, and I, sir, we need a different room. We need a different room. We need 2 twin beds in here, sir. No, again,
Nah, I'm going way
that,
off.
no, that's because that's the real thing
You
these
sleep on the
days.
floor.
That was the real thing at one point,
I
and
need
we on
Jesus.
topic, but we not, but we are.
Yeah,
Where it was an
we
issue because social media, these chicks do they chopping it up, getting to know each other, and then the dude be like, "Hey, I'm gonna fly you out, come out here.
Yeah.
We gonna get a room. We gonna have, I'm gonna wine and dine you." And they have these expectations like, "Oh, we've been flirting, we've been chopping it up, we've been, it's been his and that communication on a certain level." And then they get out there, the women they eat all your food, ride in your whip, buying flowers, and then they, "Oh, I'm gonna go stay in my own room," and this. And the man be like, "Hold on, woman. Like, hold on. I didn't do this just to."
Right.
And I'm not trying to sound bad but it's just the reality of the world we live in right now. I'm expecting something in return, some type of That's just the world. That's the reality of the situation, and it don't happen that way. Now you're like, "Well, you can go home then. Why are you here?"
Right. We've been talking all this whoop,
But that's
and now you doing this.
but
Because
that is different when you're in a relationship and y'all been dating for a minute. Y'all have a history. Y'all have you as a man and woman. You should know, and if you've been dealing with your woman for long enough, you should also know not to plan certain trips when you're a woman at that time of the month. You'll set yourself up for failure. But stuff happens. But when I say unrealistic expectations, is if your man, and this is unfortunate, but if your man has never bought you flowers in your entire relationship, because that's just not how he is, don't come home disappointed every day because there's not flowers sitting on the table when you come home from work. Well, I just thought today he would know. Why? If he's
Can't
never
read your mind.
if he's never done that before, or I want my dude to take my car to the shop. You ain't even told him nothing wrong with it. Now, get me wrong. As a man, we should be attentive to our women's. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
We need to be attentive to our women. We do, and we can step up in certain areas. But there's certain things that they have, and not just women, but people have embedded in their mind of what they desire. And I can't read your mind if you don't tell
But
me.
now that's how we're creating these expectations.
Yeah.
Men, we step up and just do something.
Now you set the bar. Yes.
Right? Now it's my fault that I said you had a good bar. Right? Right?
And you got to be careful because you do that too early in the relationship. Because Toast got on my head about that when I started talking to somebody months back, and she was like, "I don't like it because I know how you are, and you're gonna start moving a certain way, and you're gonna set the bar here, and they don't deserve that off the top." I said, "You're probably right.
Yeah.
That's just how I moved on. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'll work on it. Do I regret it? No, because that's me. And what you're not going to do is leave your experience with me and say, hey, that man did me dirty. Or that man took care of me regardless of what I said or did. He was good to me.
Right.
So that's just me. But there's a fine line between unrealistic expectations where communication barriers are broken because you just created this scenario in your head without communicating with your significant other.
Right.
And that's outside of the physical. That's emotional, mental, spiritual. Don't get me wrong. You go to church every Sunday. You want your significant other to go. Have y'all talked about it? Or is she just supposed to read your mind saying, oh, yeah, he going to church maybe? And I get that is something that we should pick up on. But need to have conversations.
Yep.
We're not having enough of the important conversations.
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes the important conversations we all understand it's difficult. It's hard, right? Some people are better at communicating than others
Absolutely.
and things of that nature, right? But, it's like when
Some
you got
people
your...
just like running their mouth.
when you got your...
They get to express themselves, and that's communication. You got to be quiet
When
and
it's
just
your
listen.
feelings involved, they feelings. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You don't want your feelings hurt. Like, a lot of the times, I think that's what holds people back from conversation.
Oh, absolutely. Especially the hard ones. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it sucks, right? Because you're like, damn, I want to talk about this, but I can't.
Because it's gonna open up.
It's gonna be a can of worms. And I think the other thing is too, you're not ready to receive what's gonna come back at you.
That's true.
I think that is probably what stops most of us in 90% of the situations. Is we might have something that we want to say, but we're not ready to receive what may come back. Mm-hmm. But you'll never be able to control what's coming back at you. You don't know what your brain
gonna control it.
Well, that's why I told somebody.
Right? I'm built different.
I told somebody
right.
I don't do arguments. Like, we're not gonna argue.
We're cutting that off.
We're gonna have a conversation.
So I think you would. Okay.
No, that's fine. Mm-hmm. You gonna be talking to yourself right now. I'm not, because when you're arguing, nobody hears anybody.
Nothing.
Right.
Because you're so busy defending what the next person is saying. And it's crazy how you can defend yourself when you're not listening.
That's true.
Because you've already set your defense mechanism up that, no, you hurt me, you made me mad, so no, I feel A, B, C, D, E. So no matter what you say to me in this moment, I'm going to feel A, B, C, D, and E. And I'm going to be heard.
Yeah.
And nobody's heard because the next person is just defending or justifying, or I'm not about to do this with you. I'm not about to.
Yeah.
No. When you done, let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. And when you want to talk, I will listen. Mm-hmm. But when you're done talking, you're gonna listen.
Mm-hmm. That part.
Keyword listen.
Yeah.
Listen,
and then guess what? We're going to continue the conversation. Ain't no you get to say what you want to say, I get to say what I want to say, and then we just walk away from the that don't solve nothing other than we just said, now you going to bed with unanswered questions, unresolved emotions. Mm-hmm. Let's have a conversation. If we're going to be up to 4 o'clock in the morning, we just going to sacrifice some sleep to get to the bottom of this, because I can't go to sleep right now.
Man,
I'm going
to bed. I'm going to bed.
He got to go to work. He got to go to work. Sorry, I know he different. He got to go to work. But I'm just saying, like, some conversations people think, oh, well, we talked about it. Well, what was the resolution? Well, he said what he needed to say, and I said what I needed to say, and that was it. So what was the solution? Well, we talked about. So what was the outcome of the conversation?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure, because once he said what he said and I said what I had to say, we kind of just shrugged our shoulders and we had dinner.
I thought you was going to say sex. I was like, oh. Well, I'll say it.
Hey, for some people, that's the solution. That's you get all them hormones and emotions out, then you can really calm down and have a conversation. I get it, but
it's a better talk after a release.
Stupid.
I wasn't really tripping. I'm sorry.
Wow.
It was just one of them days.
I don't even know why I was mad no more. But anyway. But no, real talk. It's just there's not enough conversations where there's a solution. And sometimes you don't need to have a solution, but we need to have a game plan for how we're gonna deal with this going forward.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, so this can't happen again, and it's gonna happen again because we're human. But it's not.
And we're loyal.
Yeah. But it's not gonna get to this point again.
Yeah.
If you're having the same discussions and they keep getting to the same point to where it's like you're threatening the relationship, we're not accomplishing nothing.
And so from there, what happens next?
It depends on who you're dealing with.
Do you remain loyal to that person?
And that's my thing with, like, relationships. The first thing out your mouth shouldn't be like, I'm done.
Right.
Mm-hmm. If you really, especially if y'all been in it for a minute, y'all got the love
last
is
thing should be
the word love is been implemented into a relationship. Y'all building something. Mm-hmm. The first thing out your mouth should not be, you know what, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
Because if it's that easy for you to walk, you've been feeling some type of way for a minute, and you've already had one foot out the door.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because if it's just that easy for you to be like, I'm done. Now I get if you start thinking, I don't know how much longer I can do this if some things don't change. Okay, bet. Well, how can we change those things?
Yeah.
What do we need to do as a unit to change our behavior? We need to be more attentive to each other, communicate. Sacrifice and compromise is two things people don't like doing in a relationship, but that's the reality of it. You make sacrifices and you compromise. But there has to be conversations had. Nobody's going to read your mind. I'm not going to come home from work and be like, she looked like she mad about something. Let me go to the store real quick. Especially if that's not out of your nature. Now, me, that's different. I come home flowers once a week. That's different. But I can't read your mind every step of the way if you don't tell me. Right. But at the same time, you also need to pick your battles. Mm-hmm. Don't poke at me about the same little that you dealing with. Well, I just feel, so you need me to validate that for you, or you need affirmation, or is this really an issue?
Right.
So communication in any relationship is valuable. Transparency, as hard as it is valuable, because I don't think enough people are.
It's a very difficult thing.
It's really hard, and it has to be a very 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 mutual level of respect.
Yeah.
If respect is not in the relationship, both sides, transparency is not. It's just not. Because I can tell you for a fact, there's anybody here at this table I can be completely transparent with about any matter in my life. Me and you had a very transparent conversation last night about something. And then there's people where I'll just shrug my shoulders and be like, this ain't gonna go nowhere.
Right. But yeah, with your significant other though, like I said, it's hard.
Oh, it's hard.
Because again, those feelings get involved. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings or anything like that. You don't want to ruffle the feathers intentionally. Like nobody ever. Well, some people crazy like that, but like, but like some. But like intentionally, a lot of the times, genuinely, people don't want to ruffle the feathers, but they want to, talk about something or whatever that just it turns sensitive and it's not received well. It's we don't know how to communicate our thought process
things taken
well.
Out of context.
Things taken out of context, and it just becomes difficult.
That's another reason why you don't have conversations through text, because context.
And the tone of the text.
The tone of a text message.
Yeah.
Is
You was right, like you had an attitude.
He was like, "What'd you say to me again?" I said,
That's why you got to put LOL after every.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that. I put that.
You get on my
all the
nerves,
time.
LOL.
right, that's okay. That's
It depends on how toxic she is. Because I still could go left. Oh, you think this is funny? So you think it's a game? Okay, I'll show you a game.
I'll show you.
What? This ain't the one up. Because I'll check out. I am not in the one up business anymore.
You think you gonna check out?
What?
Wait.
I just get quiet. Anytime
Hey.
and that's
Shut it
hey, I
down.
do the same thing with work.
Hit the mute button.
Oh yeah, he does it quite frequently.
As soon as somebody starts saying something,
Keith, we need you to.
we'll be having a whole
That's what you do?
We be having
Literally,
a whole conversation.
we'll talk
be
about something,
and
like,
we'll be
you know.
dying laughing. We'll be hysterically laughing, and somebody will come
Mid
up.
laugh. Yeah, Keith. As soon as they leave. So anyway, we literally.
I
It's like a
get
turn
quiet.
off
I'm
That's wild.
not going to one up it. I'm not doing. I have to check my ego because I know how far left I'll go, and then ain't no coming back. When you say certain stuff and you give people that satisfaction and you responded, there's no coming back from it. And people want that response. There's people out there that say stuff and do stuff to trigger you to respond because they feed off that toxicity.
Those type of people.
So you beat them by not giving into that.
Yeah.
And I've had to do that, and I've had to learn that is my biggest. I'm not gonna call it a battle. That is my biggest victory that I've learned. Is I do not give people that satisfaction of responding.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just gotta.
Sometimes you just want to pop
just
out and
gotta.
show. But you gotta,
You ain't.
or you
just,
just
you
sit
know.
back. No, you. Okay, all right.
Or just tell them God bless you.
Okay, all right.
But you ain't.
Prayer board. Okay, put your name on there. That's the real way you get them. Pray for them.
Oh. Yeah.
And watch them act the fool.
Pray for them.
Demon coming out of here.
And then you tell them, then you tell them, I prayed for you. I prayed for you last night because the Lord put it on my heart. Cause you
That's why I was sweating.
So the wind was coming through the door and the windows was rattling. Yeah, the spirit was moving through your house because you needed.
Yeah, that's
You're the ones that needed the most.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, no. But yeah, loyalty it can get blurred when you've been hurt, when you've been let down, when you've been disappointed.
Trust me, I'm a Raiders fan.
Duh! That's another thing. The loyalty of people. That's why people get mad because people have loyalty
I'm
to
gonna stick
certain
beside
stuff.
them.
You know, as men, we be loyal to our sports teams, loyal to it. Well, getting a fight at Walmart over a sports team.
Okay.
I seen the video of a couple of two Cowboys fans fighting each other.
But you know, Cowboy fans are special indeed. They're their own brand.
They're so loyal, they'll fight each other.
This is disrespectful.
You a Cowboys fan?
We ain't gonna talk about it.
They their own brand.
I can talk about my team.
He ain't gonna bring up his team.
Our whole fan base. is just
It's okay.
beyond
I'm a
loyal.
Charger fan.
We done left
I'm
Oakland to go to
loyal
Vegas.
to who I'm loyal to, and we just stay there. You know,
I ain't going nowhere through
that's
the
okay.
I
storm and
understand
rain,
the
bro.
situation though, but
Through thick and thin, I'm gonna be there. I ain't going nowhere. No matter
But
how many
that-
times you hurt me.
That's my point, though. That's how men are. We loyal to a cause when it comes to the sports and other stuff. But then when it's something important that's supposed to be, yeah, then we
Ready to check out.
then we start dropping the ball. Priorities, loyalty, and priorities kind of lean on each other to an extent. So we gotta be better. And that's again, we as men, we working on that. We here. I consider all of y'all my accountability partners. Me and Buck have had this conversation multiple times. Me and you have had this conversation because you help hold me accountable at work, even though sometimes you will push me. He'd be like, "Don't
I
do
can
it."
just see you. Do you be the bad devil sometimes?
No, he be both.
First of all, ain't no devil in me.
No, ain't no doubt. He be,
I'm sorry. The little
I may
little
play devil's
angel.
advocate.
yeah.
Yeah, and the you know the two little. Shh, do this.
No.
I try to
Because
lean on the right side.
he the type that be like, brother-in-law, you don't want to do it.
No, 'cause
But if you do, I'll help you.
oh dang,
Or he'll be the one like, hey, you know what?
No comment at this time.
I
No
see
comment.
what you're doing, and you better than me. You keep doing what you're
I tell him
doing,
all the time.
and I'll do it for you. I'm like, nah, bro, no, we good. We not gonna do it.
literally, like the situations that he be in. Not he didn't get himself in, but just what comes his way, the storms. I'm like, man, I don't know how you handle that.
I just
I
get
don't know
caught.
how you're able to, go through that situation without,
I get quiet.
are these self-inflicted storms?
No.
No.
Well, listen, I'm not gonna say they're not self-inflicted. They're not self-inflicted, but I may have. People don't like the way I respond to stuff.
Okay.
Again, going back to people want you to react a certain way, and when they don't get that reaction, that bothers them more. And I will say this: I can be petty in my reaction by not reacting, if that makes sense. I can be overly zealous about how I don't react.
And they get triggered.
It bothers them. Oh, so
I
you're
know.
not gonna be mad, and you're gonna have fun about it? Yep.
Crack a smile.
So that drives them even more nuts. But to be just purposely no, I don't walk around. I don't bother people. I don't. I do not bother people anymore. I try to stay in my area, my place, and be me. That's at least what I try to do. I can't make no promises what's going to happen in the future.
And that was a problem. He's like, he's not walking around anymore. He's not bothering us. What is going on with him? Literally, like, I don't want to put it out there.
It's stupid.
People get used to what they think they know about us.
Yeah. Or people have this perception that
Perception,
yeah.
you know. Or I used to move like this, now I move like that. Now, okay,
They put you in a box of what they want you to, what they
That
want
was
you
the
to be.
biggest-
never box me.
Like the moment when I got engaged to Chanel, like everything started to move. I'll take it back. When I was offered to travel and play, people thought I was moving super different, and it came with the territory of growth within me traveling and experiencing all that type of stuff like that. And I had a new mindset. I had a refreshed mindset on how things should be done, and just a new way of getting things executed
You didn't like that.
in life. Of course not.
The audacity you to
They
grow up
just
and
thought I wasn't
mature.
going to amount to nothing, bro. They was
Prayed on my
thought-
downfall.
And I was a naive one. Like, man, no, everybody loves me. Everybody's rooting for me.
No. Especially
The expectations is there. You know what I'm saying?
when you hit a point of like rock bottom, and I don't want to say it don't have to be solely rock bottom, but when you hit a low point in your life, there's people that feed off of that. They're like, oh yeah, he doing worse than me now. At least I'm not in his position.
Your own
And
family
they-
members think about think
and
of
they
that
will
of you.
they
you
will
know?
hold that over you. They may not say nothing to you about it, but they put you in that box and they label that's who you are now.
I said to this individual, I was like, it seemed like you loved me more when I was on my lowest,
Some people do.
and you wasn't expecting me to,
Some
you know what I'm saying,
some
to
people
step
do.
it up and to, do better for myself. You want to be at where I was, which is crazy because we're family. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
there are people.
Growth scares people.
Oh, change.
Change, growth,
Yeah.
because they see now that you doing better for yourself, something that they're not doing for
can't
themselves.
But the
And
cold
it's not
part
to
was
put them down.
No, right, no,
Insecurities.
and the coldest,
Right.
the cold part is I'm thinking like I'm still got some ways to go, but they see something, which is also cool because they see me in a whole different light. But I'm thinking like, man, I still got some ways to go of improvement and everything. And still to this day, I'm trying to see, better. I'm trying to do better and everything like that. But they see something that I didn't see in myself.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
Some people that are insecurity, they see a threat, and it's not that you're a threat to them physically, but you're a threat to the perception of what they put on you, and they're a threat to their insecurities. Because some people, like you said, they feel better about themselves when they feel like they're above you, whether it's financially, spiritually, emotionally,
No
in
cap.
life.
I used to think that way, bro.
The
And I had to
people
pray
think
on.
that,
I had to, I
oh,
had
I'm
to
better
check
than
myself. I'm like, bro, you
and they cool with y'all. Oh, we best. That's my dog. As long as you here,
right at that level.
And I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna get flopped. No, I'm gonna say it.
Say it.
That's what's wrong with our culture as black people. If you
Yeah.
look at every other culture, they
Black people,
Nah.
listen to this.
I'm talking about in the simplest of places. I didn't work at places where the manager was Hispanic and they hiring nothing but Hispanics. When they do certain, they move a certain way, or everybody move a certain way. When we do, we want to be up here, and we want everybody down here looking at us, praising us, like, oh yeah, look what you doing. You doing this and that. And I get you can't take everybody with you.
Right.
But you don't want to. You shouldn't want to feel. If I'm here, I want everybody. I want my boys with me. I want all of us to level up. That's what we talked about.
Yeah.
If I'm doing this journey, I need you to be there with me. This ain't like, oh, I want to be the mighty high and I want everybody. Nah, that's lonely. It's lonely at the top, and it ain't a good lonely. But
Facts.
our culture tends to do that at times, and it's unfortunate and scary because it's just, I don't know. It's discombobulating. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like you said earlier, I think you did. Everybody's not meant to go through some doors that you go through,
You better speak.
and that's the hard. And that's hard because you want all your loved
You
ones
want
close.
everybody with you.
I want you here with me.
Everybody.
I'm doing this for us.
That's what the
you
loyalty.
mean?
That's what the
And
loyalty.
I learned
But that's
that.
how my mind. You understand?
I know. Yeah.
I learned that when I came home that
That's why I get hurt the worst.
so the people that are still in my circle now are here we talked about it for a reason.
Yeah.
I lost a lot of friends, lost a lot of associates, business partners, all that. But there's people that are in my core that have been here, ain't wavered, ain't batted an eye. Are we going? They're here for a reason still. Because if they weren't, God would have been removed them.
Yeah.
And there's some people that have conversations about you in other rooms that we don't ever get to hear. And God is like, I heard what you didn't.
Yeah.
I seen what
When
you did.
man, just think about that for a second.
I seen. Just think about how many times that we don't know where we may have did something to somebody or we hurt, and the conversations that are had about us in rooms we're not in.
Yeah.
Oh, they destroyed me.
And then the same people
Tore me
that
up.
come back and be like, "What's up, my dog? Hey man, you been doing your thing lately. Hey man, you moving.
You sound like somebody that I know.
Hey, run for your life." I'm just saying.
Hey, but
You sound like someone that I
it's crazy when you actually put some thought and effort into that, because I don't ever think about what's not said to me.
Scary.
To be honest, because if it ain't said to me, then it
don't
ain't
care.
important.
Right.
Yeah.
I had to get to that point. I don't care. Yes. Yes.
That's,
But
that's,
like
that's
just
on the next T-shirt, by the way.
I don't care.
You got to do it. Continue.
But it's crazy. Like if you actually do decide to take a moment and think about, man, what could be said about me behind closed doors?
Oh, I know.
Like
I know.
wow.
And people slip up and tell you on accident. And sometimes they'll have to say nothing, and they still tell you.
Just to go back to the point when I got engaged, my fiance, my wife, revealed a lot of things. Was said of us, me, specifically when I was saying that people wanted me, they wanted me on the,
The
right
picture.
here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't expecting me to be where I was or where I'm going now. They wasn't expecting the growth, and it's just crazy how people would think of you and think little of you. So I say, forget y'all.
Mama say, mama son. When he say that, he meant forgive y'all.
No, forget.
Oh.
But it's okay though. I love him anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, it's
I live to prove them wrong.
yeah. I try to say that humbly now. No, I get that.
Do the little
shimmy.
So I
Little
think
shack
I said
shimmy.
it before, and I'm gonna say this again, and it probably don't come off humble, but
Yeah, mine wasn't humbled at all.
I ain't trying to be humble.
You
Forget
missing
that
out.
humble part. Forget that.
If you chose to
cockiness.
leave my life, you chose to walk out, or you chose not to believe in who you knew I was to be versus what you thought who I thought I was, you're gonna miss out.
I was just kidding, by the way. I just want to listen.
I'm not kidding. You're gonna miss out. Sorry. I say that with love.
Oh no, that part. Yeah, they're
You
gonna miss out. But
Yeah.
That's why our core is still what it is. Our village is still who we are. We tacked in because of the way we move, the way we operate. We all leveling up together. We not going. Everybody's in different levels of that, but we leveling up together. Ain't nobody getting left behind because we pull.
and there's no competition.
Yeah, nobody's competing with nobody.
No, you're right, 100%.
And then that's another thing too that people like to just see. They see things as a competitive nature.
Yeah, for what?
For what?
That
We all
goes back
try
to our culture.
Comparison
We're trying to compare
is the
it.
killer of happiness.
Boy,
Yes.
You said what?
somebody
Comparison.
Oh, yeah.
Is the killer of
And
happiness.
that was my
And I mean,
problem,
my
bro.
mama will say that to the oof. She gonna say it about another 16 times within this month.
Not
She
probably.
gonna say it.
Not 16.
within this month, probably. But Pastor was just talking about that too. About why are you comparing to what somebody else?
And that was my biggest struggle as a musician, bro. Especially comparing yourself to different musicians that's doing it, and that's or what I mean, like that's like on a higher level than you. I don't see it as comparison anymore. I see it as like, okay, that's just growth. That's just something I want to be on that level.
Work towards. Yeah.
But back then it was tough, man. It was because it was insecurities too at the same on the same tip, and I'll often like compare myself to I think the ones that's like not as talented as me, but I'm like, how are they able to do so and so? Like I think I should be able to. I was talking to somebody about that yesterday. They have to check myself because it was an ego thing too, and that's not good. That's not good to try to compare yourself. Because you're on your own path. They're on their own path. So whatever worked for them, worked for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you stay true to yourself and just focus. You pretty much have tunnel vision. And just, know your flaws, know where your downfalls are, and just be able to just level up.
Right.
And
all I know is wherever we going, everybody going with us. We all moving. Day one just moving.
Moving in what?
Grooving. Winning and never
T-shirt.
losing. Told somebody the other day. 'Cause somebody was
Fall
like,
2024.
somebody told me, they looked me in the eye and
Get ready.
they said, "Sir, you lost." I said, "Excuse you, don't cuss at me. I ain't lost. You never lost a day in my life." Well, no, I don't lose. Setbacks. I'll take a setback. It's all about mentality. That's another thing. Our mental has to change. Change the way you think, change your life. I heard
the way
that
you
quote
block.
before.
Change the way you tackle.
Okay, all right.
Because I tell myself all the time.
Sorry, that's
Change the way.
what
Wait, you said what?
change
the way you tackle.
Change the way you
He
block.
went to Remember the Titans.
Change the way you tackle.
Yeah, this man here. But no, real talk. Mentality is how you perceive things. Okay, so this happened to me. I can be angry. I deserve to be angry. I have every right to be angry because they pissed me off. Or I can say, well, Lord, you removed it for a reason.
Quickly.
So what did you? I don't even know what you did. Thank you.
Yeah, and don't dwell on it.
That's the hard
That's the
part.
hard part.
That's the hard
I'm
part.
just speaking,
That's
bro.
the
That's
hard part. That's the
That's
hard
one of
part.
my downfalls, bro.
No,
I
listen,
sit and contemplate on it like,
I'll be in there fighting.
what if it went this way? Or
Boy, I said on
what
the
if I would have
patio.
said that? And what if it could have?
I'll be in there fighting throwing haymakers. I ain't even gonna cap.
I come up with scenarios in my head like, what would an alternate reality been if I would have did that? What if that outcome? What if that would have looked? You know, what I'm saying how would that would have turned out? You know. And
you know what's crazy? I watched all three of you guys have that reaction about dwelling on it, and I was like,
Just because you don't dwell on
You don't dwell?
I don't.
You don't.
So
dwell.
I need to learn from you then.
So I go through a emotional moment, right? Typically, like something makes me angry, right? Something might make me angry, and I just get quiet, and then
But I'll be talking again.
in my head, I guess I go through. Okay, I'll tell you exactly how it go. When I get angry, I go outside, go to the patio, and y'all know me. I'm gonna have my black and mild, and then I'm just gonna be quiet, and then I might be quiet the rest of the day, and then tomorrow, the next day, it's like, okay, it's gone and it's over with. Mm-hmm. In that dwell period, when I'm just out there on the patio or by myself, secluded, I don't see myself like just thinking over and over the situation. I think I'm trying to figure out, how do I not feel angry in this moment, or how do I not feel this way? Oh, okay, let me open up the phone. Let me play Pokemon real quick.
Yeah, he's an avid Pokemon player.
let me play Pokemon real quick, get my mind off of this, and then it's gone. It's over.
See, this is
I don't necessarily know how to.
No, it's because it's emotional levels to this stuff, and his emotional level.
And I don't know how to necessarily dwell into something because, and I think that's also I think it's a problem.
I think it's a problem.
I can help you.
Right?
It's real simple.
Thank you for admitting I have a problem.
But it's a thing that some people envy, but then I envy the opposite way, right? How do I dwell with something? Because then I could, like, if I'm dwelling in it, man, it might make me walk back into the room and be like, you know what? My feelings
do that though.
My feelings is what, right? You know, but I don't. Sometimes, like we talking about, stuff just is left on the table sometimes.
Right. That's true.
You know,
that's true.
Yeah, it's
AC turned off.
It's always that's like Pastor was talking about today, and he been talking about for the last few weeks. Every day is a battle.
Mm-hmm.
Every day, every step of every day. If you are living the life that we should be living, because the Bible tells us those who choose to live a godly life will be persecuted. Every day is a battle. It's about us equipping ourselves to battle and know what realms we're battling in.
Mm-hmm. I literally asked last night, I was like, how do you know if it's a battle, a spiritual battle, or is it just something that happened?
But it's a battle. It's
literally
all of it is a battle.
Literally
all over the
is a
battle.
How do you know if it's a spiritual battle or just a battle?
Like something that happened in the flesh, right?
But that's the thing. If it's happening in the flesh, it's still a battle.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I guess for me, I kind of look at everything. Everything is almost a spiritual battle anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know how to separate that necessarily.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
So
yeah, no, everything is a spiritual battle now.
It's just the levels to where you take that. Yeah.
How we choose to handle it, respond, and move forward will tell us how we're moving.
Yeah.
Am I going to move in hatred and anger and frustration and resentment? Or am I going to forgive, show grace, show mercy, and love anyways?
So would you say you're a forgiver? Because you say you don't basically bask in those moments.
Yeah.
I think I want to call him a suppressor.
And
anyway, listen.
And it could be, right? Pew, pew. Silence.
That chocolate drop is showing up. Pew, pew.
Hey, now that's
chocolate drop is showing up.
You heard
Hey,
it
y'all
here on the
see
Day
his
One's
new little
podcast.
battle he came out with?
Don't do that.
With the cipher?
Yeah.
The little,
Kill me, have me die.
The
He
A&P cipher?
came up with his own language. I said, all right.
They said that man Kev spoke 8 languages in one side. I said, don't do that. Don't give Kev that. He don't need.
I was on one.
That's
That's
like the
Mayday, lo, hey, I'm a suppress doing that so much.
That dude's a fool, man.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay. Because you started. I would believe you were speaking the language the way you said it.
Hey,
But yeah, no. But listen, man.
Payday.
you might be right though. You have been wrong before, but you could be right.
But therefore, I'm still right
So you still could be right
because I was.
Cause he right, man.
Don't start it. Don't you get that man started again.
I'm not finna entertain this foolishness.
All I know is loyalty. Loyalty is a real.
Loyalty, man.
Hey, man. Okay, all right. So we talking about loyalty, huh? That's what you telling me? Yeah.
No, we're not doing this.
You telling me?
That was just for a second.
No, I'm listen. I'm telling you this.
We need characters, right?
Okay.
We need characters too.
Okay. When you step out that door, you got a choice.
You got a choice.
Okay. How you choose to live that day could determine the next day. Okay.
Technically, a day is a day of every day, of days, days of our lives.
But the end of the day is just coming, man.
So what you gonna do when that day ends?
I'ma live.
How you gonna live, man, if you ain't got no days? You can edit that part out.
Listen, hey, look. Okay,
You can edit that part out. That was just.
What
Okay,
just
all
happened
right.
right there?
Okay, all right. So
How
what you
you-
telling
That
me?
was just a microphone
What
test.
you
Check
telling
check
me?
one.
Microphone check.
So what you telling me is the day's just coming to an end, huh? That's what you telling me?
Eventually, man.
Okay.
Eventually. Because remember, numbers ain't real.
Okay, I'm gonna accept that. Okay. Okay, what I'm not gonna sit here and do is listen to you tell me that numbers are not real. You know how I know? Because I got numbers in my bank account. I say otherwise.
How you know for sure that's real numbers, man?
Because my lifestyle.
A computer can put up anything. You never know. The next day, you may not be no numbers in him.
Then we gonna have a problem. Y'all gonna see a different side of Denzel. He go to that bank account and they, I'm sorry, we didn't got
Where's
to
my
do-
money? Where is it?
I am not gonna bury my son. My son is gonna bury me. Because I'm gonna hurt somebody if I don't get my money back.
You can't bury nothing. You got no money.
That's a whole other
I gotta do
conversation.
car washes on every corner.
I'm putting car washes on every corner
That's it.
to pay for this
God.
case.
Oh God.
Yeah, man, I guarantee it. I stand by it. Okay? Okay, all right. I guarantee it. I stand by
You
it.
started it. Thank you, man.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, man. No, but yeah.
That was it.
But we're gonna continue to, exemplify loyalty, exemplify love, forgiveness, grace, mercy, peace. We all have tasks at hands. When we decided to walk this life out, we accepted an assignment.
Interesting.
When we showed up and decided we're gonna be a child of God, we're gonna follow His ways and His instructions, we accepted an assignment. When we decided to step into this group, not just day ones, but our village, and that's why it's so close knit, we all accepted an assignment.
Yeah.
And we're responsible for each one of our own assignments, but as well as responsible for one another. That's why I believe our group moves the way it is. Our loyalty is, I'm not gonna say unexplainable. It's just it's driven by the right. Yeah, it's driven by the right cause. Nobody's in competition. Nobody's trying to hold anybody back. Nobody's trying to exemplify them. I'm better than you because I'm removing love.
Yeah.
We just have to take what we do with each other and share it with others. That don't mean they get to come to the village and that. I don't mean that.
Yeah, I ain't finna share nothing.
Yeah.
You don't
sharing.
get to come in.
Nope.
You don't get to come
I ain't
in.
sharing nothing.
'Cause I'm possessive with mine. You know,
They don't
everybody.
deserve to see nothing.
However, don't put your head down. Pick your head up when you're talking to me. Hey, pick your
I'm
head
listening.
up when I'm talking to you. Okay.
Every head is bowed.
Every knee. The eyes is closed and knees is bowed. Okay. But we've accepted an assignment, and I pray that we continue to stride towards reaching and completing that.
Elevating.
It's a lifetime assignment. It ain't no deadline on it. It ain't like, oh, I got to do it by I'm 36. That no, it's a daily. It's like we battle daily. We are striving for greatness daily. We are striving to be better. And the more we elevate, the more we'll be attacked, and the more we'll be challenged. So just know, like, if you feel it, take it as a compliment. I had to learn that lesson the hard way. If you feeling like you under attack, like genuinely, like your spirit, your discernment is like, I feel like I keep waking up and I'm battling. It's because you are.
Yeah. It's because you're moving in the right direction.
Because if you wasn't, you would have a I'm not gonna call it peace, but you would have a different type of, like, I'm not being bothered, I'm not being touched.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're not a threat, and that's what I go about us being a threat. We're a threat.
Yeah,
we're a threat to the enemy's plans. We're an asset to the kingdom of God. We're a threat to those who are not walking in the light that we are walking in and understand what it feels like to be there. And that scares people. Change, growth, unfamiliarity scares people and it makes them uncomfortable. When people are uncomfortable, they move a certain way.
I get scared saying that word because I can't even say it.
Look, I had to sound it out in my head while I was saying it.
Hey, that's all right.
But we're going to continue to elevate, man. We're going to continue to move and groove.
That's what
win
I like.
and never lose.
I like that, we are on this journey of elevation.
Together.
Collectively as a unit.
Hey,
People ask, what's up? I ain't seen you in a while. What you got going on? I'm just trying to elevate. Just in multiple different aspects. I'm just trying to do better.
I'm trying to be better than you.
Just trying to do better.
Sorry, brother. But it is what it is.
Hey, as long as 2 + 2 = 4, we're going to continue to be locked in.
I don't know. It's a question mark on
No,
that.
okay. All right. Well, with that being said, y'all, it's been a fun day. It's been a good conversation. Love has been great. Life
What'd he
has
say?
been
Hold
great.
on. Stop. Say it again. I missed it.
I said 2 + 2. As long as 2 + 2 = 4, we're gonna be locked in. We're gonna be. And he said the way the numbers is moving, you don't.
I
Really
mean, you heard that Terrence Howard situation.
so what we're gonna do at this
right?
point,
I
Buck,
mean,
take us home.
this brother's smart.
Buck, take
I'm
us
just
home.
saying.
Wait, I want to.
Hey, but hold on, because hold on, I got this little.
This
note.
gonna be a TikTok.
Oh, okay. Read the note then, player. I'm here for notes.
Hold on.
Wait a minute, statistics.
He brought
Yeah.
notes. He got notes. What on?
Yeah. No. Because I was asked some questions, right?
Oh God.
So, question number 1 is,
Into the mic.
you see how you correct me like that?
That's not correct. It's just accountability.
You want to be able to hear what you got.
Yeah.
First question. You see what this
No.
that I pulled out.
What is it?
Because I was sitting at this table like, interesting. What day of the week was Keith born on? Do you know?
Oh my God.
What day of the week? Is that from the party?
Where you get this from?
I kept it.
Why? The party.
You was supposed to turn your paper
Look
in.
at the
Because at the
Look at
party,
the gene
you know
down
what
the
he
paper.
do?
Look.
He walked up to me. I mean, you get right. And I'm
And technically, I wasn't here for that part.
This,
I wasn't there for that part.
This better turn into a clip or something. this is a clip right
This
here.
man pulled out the
I just want to go
I'm
back.
thinking of something like, serious.
Oh my gosh.
Day of
I
the
thought he said I had some notes and questions. This man then pulled out the questionnaire from the birthday
birthday
party.
party.
But wait a minute, how are we supposed to guess what day of the week you was born? I was born in 91.
That's the year.
How was I supposed to know that?
I know.
But
My
the
mom-
day of the week,
my
You can
mom-
look. Actually, your phone. You
tell you.
look back on the calendar.
Yeah, you live. But my mom told me when I was a kid, so I've always known what day of the week I was on.
you have a point in that too. You definitely go back to the
He said,
calendar.
"Oh, when you look at it that way, when you break it down,
Does the birth? Yeah. I
when
don't
you
know.
break it down
Let's see.
astronomically
Let's
with the
see
2 people that was born in the flips, yeah, it makes sense now.
I was going to add another question to that, but
No.
we're just going to just
No, are you done?
end the podcast.
No.
Oh, yeah, no. I just wanted to bring out the list.
This man.
He ain't answered the question, though, because, I mean, it's the brother-in-law. I'm just, how well do you know this man next to you?
I know him well enough.
What day of the week was he born on?
Let me go on my calendar. Let me look it up.
Let me find a good question on this.
Yeah.
Because
Give me a.
you know what I did find out? This man middle name. I didn't know that.
We are not going to.
I know.
Okay. We ain't gotta throw out the government.
Oh, like that.
You was born in 89, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
I said I gotta keep this for my content. That's what I told you at that party.
You said 89, right? I got to keep scrolling.
This is. Buck, take us home.
Okay. So thank you guys for.
You was born on a Sunday, brother. Now take us out.
And
You
with
are
that
correct.
being said, folks, we've had a great time. I hope you guys enjoy listening to us. Run up the comments. If you got something to say, don't forget about our Would You Rather. Okay,
Topic
fight an
suggestions.
alligator or
If y'all
fight a
got
bear.
topic suggestions,
Hey,
slide
excuse
in
me,
our DMs.
excuse me. This is my turn.
I was just making. You want to do that? That's what you want to do?
You told him.
No. That's fine. That's what you want to do, though.
You gave him the reins.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So, like he said,
No. Oh.
All right, keep your mind right.
So if y'all got some topic suggestions for us, as he was talking about, and have some conversations, some
done.
comments, and
He's
stuff
done.
like that. We like y'all. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And with that being said, keep your mind right,
Keep your circle tight.
and we out.
What else?
Deuces.